Alkanes are also known as saturated hydrocarbons. The general formula for alkane is CnH2n plus 2, where n is the number of carbon atoms. N is the number of carbon atoms. Each carbon atom in alkanes form 4 covalent bonds, and each hydrogen atom form only one covalent bond. The simplest alkane molecule which is possible is methane. Methane is the molecule which is made up of single carbon atom, that is CH4. This is the molecular formula for methane. If we want to write the cross and dot formula for methane, then it would be like this. Carbon, in the valence shell of carbon we have 4 electrons which are shown with the help of cross, right? Now carbon form 4 single covalent bond with 4 hydrogen atoms, right students? Now we write the electrons of hydrogen which is represented with the help of dot like this, and here we have hydrogen atom. This is the cross and dot structure for methane. Now if we write the structural formula for methane, then the structural formula for methane would be like this. This is the structural formula for methane. On either side of carbon, all the 4 valencies of carbon are filled with hydrogen atom. This is the structural formula for methane. And if we want to write the condensed structure for methane or the molecular formula of methane, then it would be like CH4. This is the molecular formula for methane. Dear students, methane is the main component of natural gas. Now, the next important member of alkane series is ethane, which is made up of 2 carbon atoms. Ethane is made up of 2 carbon atoms. The molecular formula for ethane is C2H6. This is the molecular formula for ethane. If we want to write the structural formula for ethane, then the structural formula for ethane would be like, we have 2 carbon atoms which are connected with the help of single covalent bond, right students? And each carbon is connected with 3 hydrogen atoms. Each carbon is connected with 3 hydrogen atoms. Like this, we have 3 hydrogen atoms. This is the structural formula for ethane. Now students, if we write the condensed structural formula for ethane, then it would be, with each hydrogen we have with each carbon we have 3 hydrogen atoms. So the condensed structure for ethane is CH3CH3. This is the condensed structure for ethane. I hope ethane is clear to you students. Now students, if you are asked to write the structural formula for butane, then how can we write the structural formula for butane? Let's write the structural formula for butane. But shows total carbon atoms are 4, right students? So we write the 4 carbon atoms, 1, 2, 3, 4, right students? And we make single covalent bond between all the 4 carbon atoms, right students? Now we fill the, each carbon atom must be tetravalent, यानी हर कार्बन कितने बॉन्ड बनाएगा? 4, ठीक है ना? Each carbon is tetravalent. Now we fill the vacant vacancies of carbon with the help of hydrogen. हर कार्बन के साथ जो उसकी vacant vacancies है, हम किससे फिल करेंगे? हाइड्रोजन एटम के साथ. ठीक है. सो दिस इज द स्ट्रक्चरल फार्मूला फॉर ब्यूटेन. नाउ स्टूडेंट्स, इफ वी राइट द कंडेंस स्ट्रक्चर फॉर ब्यूटेन, अगर हम ब्यूटेन का कंडेंस स्ट्रक्चर लिखें तो ब्यूटेन का कंडेंस स्ट्रक्चर किस तरह से लिखेंगे? राइट स्टूडेंट्स, नाउ वी आर गोइंग टू राइट द कंडेंस स्ट्रक्चर फॉर ब्यूटेन. It would be total carbon atoms are 4, right students? So it would be like CH3, CH2, CH2, CH3. Count the number of carbon atoms: 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the condensed structural formula for butane. Let's take one more example to understand the concept. For example, if you are asked to write the structural formula for pentane, pentane is given and we are asked to write its structural formula and condensed structural formula. The molecular formula for pentane is C5H12. Total carbon atoms are 5. Right students, we will make the skeleton of 5 carbon atoms connected with the help of single covalent bond. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Make each carbon tetravalent. हर कार्बन को हम tetravalent बनाएंगे. And fill the vacant vacancies of carbon with the help of hydrogen. कार्बन की vacant vacancies को हम किससे fill करेंगे? हाइड्रोजन एटम के साथ. Right students? This is the structural formula for pentane. Now students, count the number of carbon atoms ताकि हम देख सकें कि हमने स्ट्रक्चर जो है उसके अंदर कार्बन एटम करेक्ट बनाए हैं. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right students? Now this is the structural formula for pentane. Now we will write the condensed structural formula for pentane. अगर हम इसका condensed structural formula लिखें तो वो हम किस तरह से लिखेंगे? It would be CH3, CH2, 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 CH3. Right students? Now count the number of carbon atoms which are present in the condensed structural formula of pentane. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is the condensed structural formula for pentane. Now students, next question which is given is draw the cross and dot structure for ethane. We are asked to draw the cross and dot structure for ethane. Ethane, the molecular formula for ethane is C2H6. Right students, and we are asked to draw its cross and dot structure. So we will start how to draw its cross and dot structure. How many carbon atoms are there? We have 2 carbon atoms. Each carbon is tetravalent. Right students? So with the help of cross we will show the number of valence electrons of carbon. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right students? We make another carbon. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now students, each carbon atom forms single covalent bond with hydrogen atom. So with the help of dot we represent the electron of hydrogen. One hydrogen here, right students? Another hydrogen. Here we have another hydrogen as well as hydrogen. Students, this is cross and dot structural formula for ethane. I hope this is clear to you students. Now there is one more question. We are asked to draw the cross and dot structure for propane. Now we will draw the cross and dot structure for propane. Right students? Prop shows molecule is propane. Right students? The molecular formula for propane is C3H8. How many carbon atoms are there? Since there are 3 carbon atoms, right students? So we will make 3 carbon atoms. 1, right students, and we will, with the help of dot, we represent the electrons of carbon, right students? This is 1 carbon, second carbon, 1, 2, 3, and third carbon, 1, 2, 3, 4. Right students, now with the help of cross, we represent the electrons of hydrogen. With the help of cross, 1 hydrogen here, another hydrogen here. Similarly, we have here another hydrogen, hydrogen for this carbon, hydrogen for this carbon, as well as hydrogen for this carbon, hydrogen for this carbon, as well as hydrogen for this carbon. How many carbon atoms are there? 3. Count the number of hydrogen atoms. How many hydrogen atoms are there? 6. So this is the cross and dot structure for propane. Now students, we are asked to draw the cross and dot structure formula for butane. Butane. Now students, we will make butane. Butane. But shows total carbon atoms are 4. Ane shows all the 4 carbon atoms are connected with the help of single covalent bond. Now the molecular formula for butane is C4H10. Now to make the cross and dot structure for butane, we will make 4 carbon atoms. Right students? Make the 4 carbon atoms and represent the number of electrons of each carbon with the help of dot. These are the 4 electrons which are present in the valence shell of this carbon. 4 electrons which are present in the valence shell of this carbon. Similarly, this carbon also has 4 electrons in its valence shell, and this carbon also has 4 electrons in its valence shell. Right students? So in this way we make the dot for the valence electrons for carbon. Now each carbon forms single covalent bond with hydrogen. Electrons of hydrogen are represented with the help of cross. Right students? So here we make a cross for 1 hydrogen. Similarly here, as well as we make cross for this hydrogen. We make hydrogen here as well. Right students? Similarly here, as well as we make hydrogen here, here as well as here. Dear students, this is the cross and dot structure for butane. I hope this topic is clear to you students.